Well, hello everyone on this Labor Day. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, listen, there are a couple of things I want to share with you that are happening at the temple that I believe can be life changing. When my daughter was a very young girl, I began taking her out on dates. And I began taking her out on dates because I wanted to set a standard of what was to come. I wanted to set a standard for what was to come with her. And I wanted her to have an expectation of, what she should expect when guys were taking her out. So I began opening the door for her, sitting down, pulling out her chair, and those type of things. And we are going to have something here at Zion that's on our Instagram, and we're calling it a date with the Father. And it's early in the morning, and in fact, it's going to begin on what, Tuesdays and Fridays, beginning the 24th of September, and it's at 6 a.m. on our Instagram Live. And you can actually send your prayer request, and we're going to have people praying, but send your prayer request to prayer@ztccla.com. What a great way to start out your day with a date with the Father. And trust me, it is going to set expectations for the rest of the day, just as I did with my daughter in expectations on dating. The second thing I wanted to share with you, and here's a question. It says, how would you describe what is secondary in your life? The thing that might be blocking the way to experiencing God. When I was young, 12 to be exact, my mom died. A year later, my maternal grandmother died. And several years, and I began to feel the same feelings when I had when my mom died, when my maternal grandmother died. Years later, my paternal grandfather died, whom we stayed with after my mom died. Years later, my dad would die, my brother would die, and I would lose other people who were close to me. But what happened was those feelings, I didn't process things. What I processed was this. This is what I understood, and this is what I felt. And I'm just going to be a little bit transparent with you all. Is that I had difficulty of loving people how do I say it? My expectation, my fear, that's what it was. My fear was that if I loved people too intensely, that I would lose them. Now, looking back, I know that's not necessarily true, but what it did was to prevent me from engaging in relationships that freely. In fact, when Roz and I were dating, it was a long time before I would verbally say that I love her. She knew it. In fact, she told me, she was cocky. She says, "You love me, don't you?" And yeah, she did that. And so it was true, but because of my past, I really had a hard time, and sometimes I still do. And so what I was doing was limiting what God had for me. And so we are going to embark on something that will cause us to be able to process things like that. Maybe you're like me. You don't process loss well, or you have some emotional residual things from bad relationships or no relationships or unmet expectations, and they just haven't been processed properly. And those things actually are things that prevent us from experiencing the fullness of God and who He is and wants to be in our lives. And we are going to embark on something called the Emotionally Healthy Spirituality course. And I would love for you all to attend. The registration is absolutely free. However, the cost of the materials is $31.50, so $31.50. Let me know if you have a challenge with that. But we're going to post a link of how you can register. Registration is open, and the classes are very small. We'll have an online session on Saturdays at 10 a.m. and then we'll have an in-person session on Tuesdays at Zion Temple on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. When I say small, I mean really, really small. You will build relationships, you will see what God does, and be able to experience healing and growth as God has intended for us to experience Him. So again, I wanted to invite you to participate in two things: a date with the Father, which begins on Tuesday. It's going to be on Tuesdays and Fridays on our Instagram Live. It's at 6 a.m. Tuesdays and Fridays, a date with the Father. It's a time of prayer. Go ahead and send your prayer requests. You can send them now to prayer@ZTCC for Zion Temple Community Church. So prayer@ZTCCLA.com. Then I would love to invite you to be blessed, to experience all that God has for you in our Emotionally Healthy Spirituality course. You can do that by clicking on the link. And if not, just go ahead and type in the word emotional, and we will get the information to you. Amen. God bless you. Thank you. And don't forget, the classes will fill up fast. I'm just going to tell you how many spaces we only have. We only have 6 spaces in each class. So 6 on the in-person and 6 online. And $31.50 is the cost of materials. Let us know if you have a challenge with that. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Spread the word. Blessings to you. See you later.